Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here. Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Alright, so today I want to talk about 5 mistakes that I've done within the first week of playing Genshin Impact. So now we all know that Genshin Impact has been out for 1 week plus, almost 2 weeks now, I think. Didn't really keep count, but definitely more than 1 week, right? So within the first week, I've been grinding a lot, making a bunch of mistakes, and hopefully I'll be able to share it with you guys if you guys are new to the game. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe as well and turn on the notifications because I do make Genshin Impact videos and do live streams as well. Alright, so let's jump into it. Okay, so the first mistake that I've done a lot, a few times actually, and sort of it still haunts me from time to time, is the artifact upgrades. Alright, if you guys are not familiar, when you build your characters, alright, there are some artifacts that give different stats. They are the same one, but they give different stats. So this is something that new players might not notice. So what am I talking about? So let's say this particular one right here. So this is the Berserker's Indigo Feather, right? So this is from the Berserker piece set, and this particular base stat, for some artifacts it changes. So for this particular one it doesn't, alright? So it gives the base attack of 42. So pretty straightforward. Let me find some 3-star right here. Berserker Indigo's Feather, 28. And right here you can see, these are all the same. But there are some artifacts, like this one right here, which doesn't have the same base stats. So it gets confusing when you're trying to upgrade. So for example, this one gives HP 6.3%. So it's an Exile's Pocket Watch. Now you would assume that all Exile's Pocket Watch would give HP, but this one doesn't. If you look at this Exile Pocket Watch, it gives HP, but this one gives defense 6.6%. It's also an Exile's Pocket Watch, and this one gives Elemental Mastery. So when you look at, let me see if I can find more Exile Pocket Watch. Alright, so this one gives attack 5.2%, energy recharge 5.8%. Now these are all Exile's Pocket Watch, but they have different base stats. So ideally, you want to find the artifact that fits your character and fits your build, and make sure you guys, before you go in and upgrade all the way to +8, +16, whatever, make sure you guys have the right stats, because a lot of it is going to be dependent on a lot of things. For example, this one right here, the Berserker's Bone Goblet, right? So I have a few of these. This one gives Pyro damage bonus, 17.1%, which is insane for Xiangling, right? Even if I have a 4-star of this one that gives some animal damage bonus, the 3-star one is better. So don't always assume that the 4-star artifact is going to be better for your characters and for your builds, because sometimes the 3 stars are going to be better. So you can see this one has Pyro damage bonus as well, but this one gives HP. It's the same thing. Both are the Berserker's Bone Goblet, as you guys can see, but the base stats are different. So I just want to make you guys aware of that, because I'm not aware of this when I first started playing. So hopefully now you guys know, and make sure you guys upgrade the right artifacts. Don't just, oh, this is a 4-star, I have to upgrade this all the way, and then you'll regret it later. Okay, so the second mistake that I've done a lot in the game is not marking my map correctly. So when I first started, now I'm sure you guys are aware of a website called Genshin Interactive Map. So this map is pretty good, right? You can go to this world map. There's a lot of things that you can do from this map right here. You can mark, this map will show you where to get Animalculus, Joculus, Teleporter, World Quest, etc. But if you are a player like me who prefers to explore everything on your own, for example, sometimes you reach here, then you found something right here, you can actually mark the map, alright? And then you can also give it a custom pin and give it a name. For example, right here, there's a suspicious statue. So you can just name it right there and then just press confirm. You can mark up to 99 different pinned things on the map. So make sure you guys take advantage of this. This is something that I wish I would have done earlier, because there might be some of that unusual spots that you look at it and you feel like this is very suspicious. I want to come back here later, but I want to go to sleep now. Then the next day you come back and then you just forget about it. So ideally, just mark your map, maybe sometimes you see some things that are inaccessible to you currently and you want to come back to it later. It's going to be really, really helpful for sure. Okay, so the third things that I want to mention and talk about, and this is something that I've forgotten a few days in the beginning, is the Battle Pass. Now, if you guys are not aware on the battle pass, basically you press F4 if you're on PC. It's basically this thing. Now, besides the dailies that you definitely have to do every single day, which is this particular commission quest right here. So make sure you guys do that 4 times a day, and make sure you guys go to the Adventure Guild to claim your daily rewards. Alright, not only that, you also want to check out the battle pass as well. You want to do all these required daily contents to get the points for the battle pass. Now, there are daily missions, there are weekly missions that you can claim. For example, collect 100 Li Yue local specialties right here. Now, this will definitely boost your level by a ton. Alright, it's going to be helpful to increase your battle pass level, especially if you're free to play. I think if you're free to play, or even if you're a paying player who purchased the Gnostic Heim battle pass, you don't want to miss out on any rewards. Alright, so this is something that you want to do every single day. It's not as easily accessible compared to the daily quests, which is why this is something that I think a lot of players might forget. I've forgotten at least twice or 3 times already, so I'm definitely behind on the battle pass. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the last rewards at the end, because level 50 will need quite a lot of points. Hopefully I can still reach there. Okay, the next one that I want to talk about is the upgrade talents. Now, if you are new and if you haven't reached AR 25 and above, you might not know of this because it requires your character to be ascended, I think, at least twice to phase 2. Like for example, if I go to my Ningguang, for example, which I haven't built, if I go to the talents, if I click on this, right, you can't really upgrade this. You can see here it says must be character ascension phase 2 to level up. But a lot of characters, once you have that, you can level up their skills, which is pretty good. For example, Amber right here, I can level up this particular puppet, alright, to basically increase the inherited HP and of course the explosion damage as well. Now, these materials you should try to farm, whenever you have spare time available. It's going to be very crucial to increase your character's damage. It's going to affect your progression, and you're going to mostly be wondering why your character is doing like less damage, because this, especially the skills right here, depending on which one that you're upgrading, it does helps a ton. For example, the MC's one right here, Gas Surge, level 5. If I upgrade to level 6, look at this, the tornado damage increase to 113%, and of course additional elemental damage as well. This is going to be quite helpful in a lot of situations for sure. Okay, and the last one, basically mistake number 5 that I hope you guys did not repeat. This is something that I've done extremely dumb of me, okay, but I hope that you guys are aware of this as well, which is the daily resins. Okay, I'm not talking about not using them, because you should always be constantly using the resin. Make sure they are not full and capped out at 120. But it's more of what you're using them for. At the first week of the game, I think I've been wasting a lot of resins farming this particular thing, which is the Adventurer's Experience. Now, comparing Mora and Adventurer's Experience, at the beginning, it's going to feel like you have a lot of Mora compared to this thing. So I went out, farm a bunch of these things, use up my resins every single day to farm Adventurer's Experience. But what I should have done is I should have fight more bosses, alright? So a lot of these bosses, the elite bosses right here, not only will they give you this particular ascending materials, they also drop artifacts. So in my opinion, this is going to be the much better usage for the resins. Alright, you can farm against any of these ones. Alright, even in Li Yue, you have some of these that you can try and fight against as well, like the Pyro Regis Vine, which I've been fighting a lot. Alright, so this one is definitely one of the easier bosses for me. So yeah, this is going to cost more, 40, but the ratio is always the same for all the resin usage. Ideally, I think getting more artifacts is going to help you more, just because of the first reason that I mentioned earlier, because some artifacts give different stats. So you want to help to get more artifacts so that you can have the right stats for your build, if that makes sense, instead of farming a bunch of Adventurer's Experience. Because in my opinion, I feel like Adventurer's Experience is, you get too many of them later on, especially when you open chests and stuff. Alright, you can just go open any random chest, and most likely inside of it, they'll give you at least one Adventurer's Experience. Alright, so with that being said, that sums up the 5 mistakes that I've done within the first week of me playing with this guide. Hopefully some of you guys can avoid making these mistakes as well. That's it from the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you want to join the Discord, links will be in the description below. Feel free to come in, have a chat, As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.